Good evening and welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Jerome Aegean. Here's some of the top stories we have for you tonight. A 17-year-old boy is killed on St. Croix. Follow-up to yesterday's killing on St. Thomas. And happy birthday, V.I. These stories and more are up next on News Channel 8. In our top story tonight, it's hard to imagine, but we can hardly keep up with the murder rate here in our territory. A 17-year-old man is dead after he was shot and killed in Frederickstead early this morning. News Channel 8's Wes Small has more.
Thanks a lot, Jerome. Extremely bad news to report. We have just been hit with our 20th homicide in our territory. It's pretty much even, 10 on St. Thomas and 10 on St. Croix. This is particularly bad. We have a 17-year-old boy who is dead. Dupert Knowles III, multiple gunshots right here where I stand. Some witnesses from the street say possibly this could have been where the body fell. Last night, we understand a cell phone was found next to him. Shots rang out around 1:30 in the morning. Right now, I'd like to take you to Melody Rames, V.I spokesperson, to talk about this latest senseless death. Again, right here in the Marley area in Frederickstead. Let's go to Melody.
Police on St. Croix are investigating a homicide that occurred early Tuesday morning, March 16th. The victim was identified as 17-year-old Dupert Knowles III of Estate Campo Rico. According to the preliminary report, police responded to a call at about 1:39 a.m. regarding a man down in the Marley apartments in Frederickstead. Police arrived on the scene and observed the victim unresponsive under a tamarind tree in the area. The victim sustained at least one gunshot wound to the body. The victim was removed from the scene by medical personnel. The case is being followed up by the major crime detectives, who have not ruled out that the recent homicides in the Marley area are related. Police Commissioner Novell E. Francis Jr. reminds the community that there is a standing $10,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of any homicide suspect. Anyone having any information on this killing or any other case is urged to call 911, the Major Crime Bureau at 712-6075, the Criminal Investigation Bureau at 712-6077, or Crime Stoppers USVI at 1-800-222-TIPS.
Again, if you're just joining us, we have a 17-year-old Dupert Knowles III shot and killed right around here at around 1:30, only 17 years of age. We believe his nickname could have been Apache. If you know anything about this, then you should call Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-TIPS, or you could call 911. Businesses are still being targeted late at night. Over the weekend in Grove Place, 2 victims were robbed at gunpoint near Vic's Bar, at Vic's Bar, approached by 3 men, one with a rifle, another with a handgun. They were forced to lay on the ground. They were relieved of their cell phone, wallets, and jewelry. Then the men went inside Vic's and stole $100 from the cash register. Then they stole a car. They fired 3 shots in the air. The car was later found in Mutual Homes in Estate Grove Place. Unfortunate words about Chris's Hideaway. You might remember that. It's a couple of months ago where they had a very bad, dangerous shootout, at least 1 man dead. More trouble there as a 30-year-old man was leaving Chris's at 1:30 early Sunday morning. He got in his car. Another car blocked him with 3 men in it. They got out, pointed their gun at him, robbed him of his cell phone, jewelry, and his gold chain. Folks, it's pretty simple. As you are leaving these late-night establishments, if the businesses cannot provide security for you to get to your car and get to your final destination, you really need to be aware of your surroundings. Do you really need to go out after midnight? I'm Wes Small for News Channel 8.
And staying with the subject of homicide here in the territory, yesterday's follow-up to the St. Thomas homicide. Here's News Channel 8's Lee Carr.
Well, a little more to that shooting incident that took place out in the Danamart area, what is called the Boulevard, or near Brooklyn Road. There was a group of people coming out of the Danamart, according to the information we received from the sources on the scene. And a young man, a Haitian man, was leaving the store. Behind him was another friend, and apparently a white car sped around the corner, opened with automatic fire, spraying the general area at the entrance of Danamart. We've been out in that area and covered 2 or 3 stories in which there were shootings. It's right next to the cockpit, and police spokespersons said that Ernest Cadet, or if you want, since he's Haitian, pronounced Cadet, 37, who resided in the state Nada, suffered a fatal gunshot wound to the upper body. The second gunshot wound victim, the 20-year-old male, lives in the state Mariendal. He drove himself to the Snyder Hospital. He was shot once in the upper body. Now, we don't know, his condition at that time was not available, and we still don't know, although they said that he was stable at that time. Police found Cadet's body at the scene. He was taken to the Snyder Hospital. According to the information, Cadet was leaving the supermarket, just repeating once again, when someone in a white eastbound vehicle shot in the direction of several people near the store. Police Commissioner Novell Francis says he's deeply disturbed about this. There could have been a grandmother, there could have been a mother and a child in that as they were shopping. There is a standing $10,000 reward. Anyone with any information on this shooting, call the regular police numbers or the major crime numbers, of course, 911, or even Detective Lionel Bess's office at 642-8449 or 715-5546, of course, tips and 911. In St. Thomas, Lee Carl for News Channel 8.
Thanks, Lee Carl. And staying on St. Thomas, the follow-up to yesterday's fire at the Lottery Department. Here's News Channel 8's Lee Carl with an update on that.
Fire Service has indicated through Daryl George, the Fire Service Director, Assistant Director, that the fire at the Lottery office is now considered to be arson. Ricky Francois, the Director, told me that surveillance cameras undoubtedly will pick up the images of the persons who entered the Lottery office in the downtown area. They removed an air conditioner. That hole now has been blocked by a sign, the Lottery sign, which has now been tacked up there. But inside, they found a vault and apparently spread some accelerant around the vault itself to get the vault open. A number of lottery tickets were burned, and about close to $2,000 in cash, maybe a little more, according to Ricky Francois, the director of the lottery. The Francois said the arsonist got entry into the vault, took some cash, and Monday night the lottery didn't have an adequate count of the amount, but he did tell me when I queried him, it was a little more over 2,000 or more. The fire is deemed arson. Investigators have a list of suspects, and the Fire Division says they're moving rapidly, declined to give further details, but the Fire Service has turned the case over to the Police Department and the Justice Department. Meantime, investigation underway. If anyone has any information, call the regular police numbers or 911 or tips. In St. Thomas, Lee Carl for News